Making our Christmas memories. And this is my favorite holiday.
Ale, Merry Christmas.
Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
Salubengko. Kung hindi mo matagway kayo sa ating sulenday, pausarin na nung iko magalib.
When we do good, we feel good. This Christmas, anyone can be Santa. Digicel, better together.
Fai ona vea o e masenta e nei Christmas mai le titi sau. Pai ngofia na le lafo labo lusfuta la pe siliatu o le titi sau tapa penga te fa ilangi te fale o loa ma le money transfer de ClickX o le titi sau international yo ainga ma wo le Pasifika o so wano e te manu malo e le 5 selau tala cash ona vea ai o e masenta o le nei Christmas. Fai nei se ibai aso ta itasi yas Friday o atu i le vai aso o le Christmas. Lafo nei lo se tapa pe se tino tupe mo so wano e te manu malo e le 5 selau tala cash. E yai ai ainga fa pitoa.
Alofa lover, and welcome to everyone that is either witnessing this live or at a much later date. My name is Adeline Moser from Makeki Online, right here in Samoa, and it is an honor and a privilege to host the official launch of the Pasefika Legal Resource Hub website. The Pasefika Legal Resource Hub website is a product of the inaugural Pasefika Lawyers Collective Continuing Professional Development CPD conference held right here in Samoa earlier this year from the 26th to the 28th of July 2023. As Pulimau Trina Faiuwaso, the visionary behind this conference, had testified, the conference was and is an answered prayer. Regardless of the time frame they had, Trina and her team managed to pull together something unimaginable. The ability to bring across the Pacific Ocean and into one room great minds in the legal field to share, impart, and offer advice to the up-and-coming lawyers and legal professionals. Pasifika lawyers, families, and friends, we welcome you to the official launch of the Pasifika Lawyers Collective, Pasifika Lawyers Resource Hub website. Welcome back. The development and the building of the Pasefika Legal Resource Hub website was made possible through the sponsorship of VLEX. And here to share with us their reason for the sponsorship is Mr. Daniel Hobson.
Alofa, everybody. VLEX was one of the sponsors of the fantastic event that happened recently in Samoa. And I guess first of all to thank Trina and Brenda for all of the work that went into it. It was one of the most incredibly organised and enthusiastically attended conferences that I've ever been to, and the energy of it stayed with me for weeks afterwards. So thank you for letting us be a part of that. When we first spoke about supporting this event, we could tell that it was going to be very special. Some of the work that Brenda and Trina were positioning to bring to the audience sounded incredibly exciting. And we all agreed that one of the best things that we could do would be to capture it in a way that for everyone attending, they can revisit it. And for those that were unfortunately unable to make it, to still be able to benefit from some of the talks and some of the things that were discussed over the 3 days in Samoa.
Thank you, Daniel, and a special thank you to Felix for building and developing the Resource Hub website that we are finally launching today. Now, it has been 4 months since the conference, and I think we'd all like to hear, or rather be reminded of the PLC conference and outcomes. Let's hear from Brenda Milo about this.
From 26 to 28 July 2023, Australian jurists, academics, legal practitioners, and university law students were joined by their counterparts from Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, and New Zealand, and further afield to convene the inaugural Pasefika Lawyers Collective Continuing Professional Development Conference in Samoa. This was and is the first Pan-Pacific cross-border legal sharing collaboration of its type anywhere in the world. And we had, and we were fortunate to count as blessings, practitioners and registrants, conference registrants from as far afield as the west coast of the United States of America through to Indonesia and Singapore and almost every other Pacific nation, including Australia and New Zealand, that fall in between. This conference represented a unique opportunity to showcase the theme, being service with the diversity lens, or the practice of law as a profession of service that will showcase and in some cases demonstrate how cultural diversity, and in particular our Pasifika cultural diversity and the lens that we bring from being Pasifika people or having a Pasifika connection can have to the practice of law. There was great care taken with the program. It was a 3-day packed program, and much care was taken to ensure that not only were the sessions addressing topics of keen interest and in some cases concern to a number of Pasifika people and Pasifika communities, both in Australia and abroad, and including in particular the Pacific. It was an opportunity to provide sessions on topics that would best optimize and provide professional development opportunities for predominantly Pacific-based legal practitioners.
Whawhetai lover Brenda. Now, if you are in the legal profession or aspiring to be part of the legal profession, the PLC conference, together with the website that has been launched today, puts emphasis on the provision of service from a diversity and representation lens to ensure that topics address matters of key interest or concern to Pacific people, as well as providing professional development opportunities for many Pacific-based legal practitioners. Malolava team. The conference was a huge success, and it was because of the collective effort of Trina, Brenda, and everyone that worked tirelessly behind the scenes. Now, it's only fair that we hear testimonies from some of the people that were in attendance.
I would like to thank the coordinators of the Pasefika Lawyers Collective for the opportunity to visit and present in beautiful Samoa. The experience was truly eye-opening and enlightening. I am so grateful that I had the opportunity to discuss my passion for human rights and guardianship, particularly in relation to vulnerable Queenslanders. Thank you for providing such a wonderful conference and a platform to amplify these important conversations.
The PLC conference was truly an excellent and memorable event. Having tautua or service as the main theme of our talanoa or dialogue has reminded us lawyers and judges alike that we are agents of change and custodians of the rule of law, and that we have the ability to shape and serve our communities. As chairperson of the Samoa Law Society CLE, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to everyone that participated and took time to travel to our beautiful Samoa as your host country. Ia manuia.
Kia ora,
I just wanted to say thank you very much Whaftai Tenelaba, Ma Loa Pito and Vinaka Bakalebu to the organizers of the inaugural Pasifika Lawyers Collective Conference. I'm so very happy that I attended and participated because I came away feeling very uplifted and knowing that I'm very blessed to be in such a privileged space as a Pasifika lawyer. So I'm looking forward to the next conference. Ta Pasefika. Bye.
As a first-generation Australian-born Samoan, I rarely walk into professional spaces where people look like me, think like me, or whose careers are motivated by tautua like me. The Pasifika Lawyers Collective was incredibly special and humbling to be a part of. A reminder of why we work hard. Not for ourselves, but to make good on the sacrifices of our ancestors past and to create opportunities and visibility for those to come. Thank you, PLC, for this special experience.
Alofa Samoa. My name is Tommy Martinez of Autapo. I'm 24 and work as a personal injury lawyer in Brisbane and had attended the PLC conference in Apia this year. I thoroughly enjoyed the conference. I thought it was such a good conference. I loved the insight into the Samoan system and what they're doing for their respective jurisdictions. But I was really inspired by seeing a lot of the senior lawyers, especially in New Zealand, and that has really encouraged me to be more risk-taking in my career moves and go hard in law. So yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Praise God for such a wonderful 3 days of conference, and thank you to everyone for your testimonies. A huge part of this conference taking place is due to the tremendous support from the Pacific Legal Network. Briefly, PLN is the patron law firm for the Pacific Legal Association of New South Wales Incorporated and an official corporate sponsor for the PLC CPD conference. We will now hear from Dirk Haynes of Pacific Legal Network why PLN invests in giving back to the communities.
We sponsored the event because we love everyone at Plan, I think is the main reason. They approached us about a year ago with a really kind of well thought out and ethical business case for us to support them. And it was pretty clear meeting Brenda and the team that our values very much aligned with theirs, and that was that we are lucky enough to have built a career or be building a career in the Pacific sort of jurisprudence fraternity. And I think with that comes a responsibility to use those skills to give back or improve aspects of life for Pasifika peoples you know and work with where you can. And I think it was a real kind of joy for us to be at the conference and see everything that Plan said their aims were as an organisation kind of really coming to the fore and being on display at the conference. I mean, it was a really special 3 days where you could see every lawyer or aspiring lawyer or person connected to law in that room really wanted to build a better Pacific. And it was just a good thing for us to kind of know that the decision to sponsor Plan and Plaque in the has been a just one. So we're really happy with how it went, and we were honoured to be there.
Wow, that is incredible, Dirk. Thank you for that. Now please tell us about your most memorable moment during your visit in Samoa.
I think for me, the most special part of the trip to Samoa was, I think it was by about sort of day 2 or 3, this dawned on me, but I had thought that this had been a conference pulled together by Plan and Plaque, which in itself was an amazing feat. But being there on the ground, you know, attending various functions and the conference itself day to day and then the after events, it became evident that it was actually an organising committee of much more than that. It was family of Trina and friends and family of other people with Plan and Plaque who had organised, that had really come together, drawn on their community connections, whether it was through social clubs, connections, the university or the church, and all of them had put in to bring the conference together. And it just had this amazing kind of community and family undertone that ran through the whole Pasifika Lawyers Conference, and it was noticeable, and there was just a lot of love and support for the students who'd organised it, and had clearly come from very strong ties with community in Samoa. And I think that tied in well with the theme of the 3 days being service. You know, there was this kind of circular feeling of service that everyone in the Samoan community around Apia who was connected with Plan and Plaque had come together to help make it such an amazing event. So that was really cool.
And finally, to give us an overview of the website, we now hand it back to Daniel Hobson.
So if I share my screen very quickly, this is the site that will be available from today, the Pasifika Lawyers Collective, with links to and uploaded all of the videos, the presentations that took place. You realize afterwards how many wonderful talks there were, having looked through all of these. And there will also be links to the PowerPoints and presentations so that you can have a look through them. They will be down the bottom here by the time you have access. And also to the photographs of the conference that really captured some of the heartwarming energy of the attendees and the speakers alike. So once again, Trina and Brenda, thank you so much for involving us. We hope as many people as possible can benefit from the fantastic content that's available on this platform now. It's available freely and indefinitely. We just want everybody to be able to access and benefit from some of the fantastic things that were shared over those few days. We look forward to doing more with you all in the future, and take care.
Whawhitai Lava Daniel. Now, before we wrap up, some of the goals of the Pasifika Legal Resource Hub information website are to support Pacific-based lawyers to access legal training and knowledge from leading legal and other professionals overseas for free, to promote a collaborative and supportive international legal community in building lawyers up to better serve our communities, to promote positive representation of legal practitioners of Pasifika heritage or connection as experts in their respective areas of law, and the importance of faith, community, and culture in the practice of law, to create a central platform for current and future training and resources to be made available to the public. Where to from here? We are happy to announce that the second PLC CPD conference will take place in the year 2025. The PLC Steering Committee is expecting to announce the next host in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. And before we sign out, here is the website address. Once again, whawhitai te lava to everyone for watching. We sincerely hope that each and every one of you will find this website very useful. But from us here in Samoa to you and yours, whawhitai te lava, God bless, and tofa soifua.
Talofa lava. E te sila fia o tangata tu motu Pasifika ua sili ona mawalunga tau e tutongi mole la fuina o tupe wha momoli o latu ainga. E le moni le manatu a ea. Au e te popole. Ua tula i maile sen mani Pacific e tau tuaina oe. Awane i muta lau talitununga o le sen mani Pacific e fesosoani mo i tātou. O le app a le Send Money Pacific e le eise totongi ma wawanoa nei e download i telefoni Android ma iPhones. O le Send Money Pacific o le au unanga aloa ia lea e whaatusa i le totongi o tupe lafo mo atu motu Pasifika ma lo lango ina e whainga malo Australia ma New Zealand. Ina i la asanga whaingo fie 5 o le amawhaiona e download le app ai ini la asanga i e tolu e mawhaiona whaiela u whaatusa o company la fotupe e siri e le whase fulu. Ia lava tupe whaasawa molo ainga. La asanga mua. A whaia i eisa u telefoni Android, fili le whaamau po le icon o le Google Play Store. A whaia i eisa u telefoni o le Apple iPhone po se iPad, fili le whaamau o le App Store. La asanga lua, a ngai le vaenga le sa ili ei mea po le search bar. La asanga tolu, ta i totonu le Send Money Pacific ma fili le whaailo a le Send Money Pacific. O le whaailo a le Send Money Pacific e lua o na au lanu moana i totonu o se lio. Fili le whaamau lanu mea mata le nae whai mai install. Tu wina le app lea i lungo lau telefoni. La asanga whaa, fili le whaamau lanu mea mata lea e whaapea mai open po le tatala. Ama e aloa, ona e download le Send Money Pacific app o le aoso ane i lungo lau screen le whaamau o le app a le Send Money Pacific. La asanga 5, o lea lawa e iai i le itu lau a mata o le app a le Send Money Pacific. E mawhaina ona e fili le video, pe whapewhea ona whaongale SMP, po le whapertania for i how to use SMP. O le nai li o lanu mumu, pe fili le whaamau o le continue ma whaawau i le isi screen. E mawhai ona e whaongale app a le Send Money Pacific i le ngangana Pasefika e te manawai. Ina ia sui le ngangana, ki liki i leina e tolu pito i lunga i le tuanga vale o lau screen, ia tatala ai le menu po le lisi o meo lo o awhia. Ki liki i le community languages ma fili le ngangana Samoa. O le nawa mai ona e download le app a le Send Money Pacific. Muli loa i la asanga whaingo fia i e tolu i le whaonga ina o le app. Mua na fili le atunu o lo e lafo ina mai le tupe po Australia po New Zealand. Lona lua, fili le fua a Samoa. Lona tolu, fili mai le lua se lau po le 5 se lau tala e whaidua manino ai se au whainga o tupe o le amwhaiona e whaasauina. O le awawe whailua mai au o nanga taungu fie tolu mo le whaasauina o tupe. E mawhai foiona e sa irini au o nanga taungu fie pe a e mana o ai. E mawhaiona e whaso tai tu sao i lau au o nanga taungu fie mo tupe lafo i lau o omiina o le ki lea. Fili nisi company la fo tupe, ma whaatusa tatongi o tupe lafo mo lau si la fia atiri. E mawhaiona whaasauina mai lau wono se fulu tā la ama i le lafoina o sau tupe pe lua se lau. Awala ne ngalo ya oe ia whai pēr masiaki moni au nanga la fo tupe taungo fie mo oe. Resitala ina mātou penga ta whailangi i whaamtalanga fōwi vai aso taitasi mo tau tutongi mo tupe lafo. Muli ma like le Send Money Pacific i le Facebook. O le app a le Send Money Pacific e le aise tutongi ma e a manoa e download i telefoni Android ma iPhone. Manuia le lafoina o au tupe.
O tau sa elin tuspa ia, api whai tau, pele i nga ngana whaperetania ma le Pasifika. Po se mea alofa mo ainga ma wo mai le atu Pasifika. Fio mai lo i le whale tusi a le Twinners Bookshop, i le office autu a le Pasifika TV and Radio, i le tuatusi, units furutolu i Vavalu Anzac Avenue i Hillcrest. Whaalau i loa ina o mea tau 5 mai le Pasifika e peo Papua New Guinea, Avatonga, e ai fo i matusi whai tau ma le tele o loa ese mai Tonga, Tok Pisin, Tokelau, Samoa, Niue, Fiti. Ma wo fo i mitiafu a le Pasifika TV and Radio Moso la e. Twinners and Pasifika TV and Radio. Tu sia le upu, la e le upu, o oe o le upu.
Fire.
alofa lava, you're locked down to Pasifika TV and radio, bringing you the best of programming all the way from the South Pacific, including beautiful Samoa.
Yo, you're kicking it with the Friday Night Live crew. You're kicking it with DJ One Time, DJ Satui, and DJ Misfit. Kick back, relax, and let's get that groove.
Pasifika TV and radio is now available on an app. Download your app today on Apple Store or Google Play.